So here we have the first card of the Fool. Wow. This reveals to us that you, Aries, are aspiring to a higher truth represented by this white rose and also the moon and the celestial canopy above. There is this higher aspiration, this higher ideal, and spirit is working through you, especially as in numerology, the number 0 is the number of divine cosmic force, and 0 represents the infinite consciousness. So you are ready to take this new step of self discovery. And let's see what the possible dilemma or crossed energy here is. Oh, so wow, you have the major arcana card of the number 20 of illusion, beyond illusion. So when you close your eyes, it is God, it is truth in you closing their eyes. When you open your eyes, it is God in you, it is the higher truth in you opening its eyes. So you are the truth being revealed every single moment of your life. And when you get in touch with that inner true reality of your divine, eternal, cosmic source, this is a time when you are getting in touch to a higher cosmic divine energy of source. And the number 20 card is the number of birthing. So let's see what the feminine energy is coming through with over here. The placement of the cards down here in the Celtic cross signify the subconscious feminine energies of the imagination of the mother goddess, of the goddess divine. And the maternal energy here is telling you that no one is obligated to satisfy every single one of your desires, just like you are not obligated to satisfy anyone else's. So, this is a time to really let go of any dreams, of any illusions, any expectations. We all want that ideal lover, that ideal spouse or mate. However, you may have to strike a new balance and realize that not everything may be as you hoped it would be. So, you have to let go of a little bit of control. And the way that you actually do so is by, in a way, kind of like the king of the mind. He is inviting you to be like him, who is able to use his sharp sword intellect to cut through the illusions of the mind, represented by the clouds. And those clouds can be all of those inner thoughts, those nagging inner voices, those criticisms, and get in touch with this higher power to control your mind, because this is actually in September, you are realizing that you are not the mind, that the mind is actually your tool. So use your mind like your greatest weapon. It is your greatest tool to be able to see the situation as it really is, for you to be able to break through any illusions or any false ideas. And wow, you're truly coming to a greater transformation of self, of greater truth, because you are coming to your own inner greater truth. That's what the 13th card of transformation represents. The phoenix represents rising to a new self, a rebirth, a resurrection of your mind, of your mindset, of letting go of a lot of those old dreams, those old fantasies and expectations. You're getting in touch with reality as it really is. And it's helping you to do a deep let go of the old past standards, of old ways of thinking, and shed your skin, especially the skin of your mind, like the snake, um, and break out of the chains that kept you imprisoned. And again, use that sword of intellect, that mental sword of the mind, for you to be able to use your mind like your greatest weapon, with like a sword, with a refined, sharp edged intellect. So, this is a time of a deep let go, of a great rebirth. And wow, okay. So, here we have the 8 card of traveling. You are truly embarking upon a new journey of greater self expression. And the thing is that you have to enjoy every single moment of your life. Every single step, realize, is a sacred step. God, source energy, is always with you. Like the fool who is walking towards this new higher attainment, higher aspiration. You have to realize that you can't just sit back and imagine these castles in the air. You have to take actual demonstrative steps towards attaining those castles methodically. And don't think that the goal is the reason why you are alive. No, the journey towards the goal is the reason that you are alive, for you to learn all of that, because it's how you individuate yourself. It's how you blossom your individuality. It is by undertaking your own personal path of self-discovery. And wow, we have the Ace of the Clouds of the mind. And it's the card of consciousness, of higher consciousness, which is what we've been talking about. Because see how this Buddha like individual is perfectly contemplative, rising above all of the clouds of the mind because they have taken perfect control of the mind. They know when to access the clouds of the mind and when to not, when to detach from the mind. Remember, you are not your mind, and the automatic voices and ego and identity that society places upon you, with the personality society places upon you. You know, your personality is a social product. But when you get in touch with your soul, you realize that your soul is so much more eternal. And that's what you're awakening to. You're awakening to a higher consciousness of self. And you're undertaking a new spiritual journey of unfoldment. Wow, and you're breaking out of old projections of the past, because here we see individuals that can't really see their true self because they are projecting, or they can't see the other person because they are judging. They could potentially be judging or just projecting, but either way, they are not seeing the truth. So this is going to be one of the things that you're going to have to overcome, because you have to drop your mask, and you also have to allow others to drop their mask, and your preconceived judgments about them that create masks that could be unfair representations of who they really are. So this is a time to really get in touch with the inner truth of yourself and of others, and realizing that there is a higher energy that is functioning through all of us, that connects all of us. So there is no reason to fear each other. There is no reason to hate each other. There is every reason to love each other, because when we get in touch with the inner truth, when we drop the mask of ourself and those that we place on others and those that they place on themselves, we actually realize that we are one and the same. We go beyond that illusion of you are this and I am this, and we see that all of us are actually one. And then, wow, a whole new door of possibilities opens for you. We also see that this is the dawning of a new day. This is a period when new possibilities are coming to you because you are transforming your mindset. Wow, and the last card is the seven card of the mind of politics. So here we see in the seven card of politics the snake, which is forked tongue, and the clouds upon the snake are essentially a symbol for the mind. We've been talking about the mind, and that you are not the mind. You are not those thoughts that it thinks. This is a time for you to detach yourself from the identity of your mind. Realize that all of those voices, all of those masks are all false. None of them are real. So you're gaining a higher sense of self-consciousness, of spiritual consciousness. You're embarking upon a new journey of self-discovery and spiritual unfoldment, and that will require you to let go of old mindsets that kept you possibly living in a fantasy world. So now you're in touch with reality as it really is. And because of all of that, you are now taking a journey towards higher aspirations, higher goals, but you must live authentically. You mustn't judge others because, every single individual has their own flaws and their own sins, but don't present a false mask of perfection. Just be authentic. Just be authentic. And that is really going to help open new doors of possibilities. So think and rise like an eagle in the month of September. There you have it, my dear Aries. If you like this video, then please be sure to press that like button so you are showered in return by karma with good luck and appreciation. Also, if you have a burning question that you would love to have answered, be sure to drop it in the comments and yours may be selected for a future Ask Adonis reading. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe because I upload 3, sometimes even 4 videos every single month just for your sign alone. You'll have your monthly energy reading, a full moon reading, and a new moon reading every single month. And in the meantime, be sure to check out your lunar and rising videos as well. Thank you so much, my dear Aries. Until next time, know that I truly appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much.